Hello everyone, and welcome to Cosplay Tea Time, a fun community of cosplayers bringing you podcast recordings where we'll talk about different themes such as animes, how to make cosplays, buy cosplays, all that fun stuff. We cover so much, as well as conventions. It's also another fun topic around here. So we just want to say thank you all for your patience as we took a bit of a hiatus, but now we are back in action and ready to film, record, post, all that fun stuff. Some pretty awesome and amazing themed podcast for you all. So thank you all so much for hanging in there. Alright, so as always, we always like to introduce our guest and tea sippers here with me, starting with...
Hi, my name is belladonnarose.cosplays. I go by Bella, Rose, Grandma, whatever's going on with that. But I am on places like TikTok under belladonnarose.cosplays. My Instagram is belladonnarose.cosplays. I actually not only post through there, but sometimes I will put out commissions services because I am a licensed cosmetologist. So yeah, very fun stuff.
That's you.
Hey, yo! It's so good to have this thing back in session. Oh my gosh. I was like, when we weren't doing CTT for a hot minute, I was like, when are we gonna get back into this? And then when Jen announced, I was like, all right, let's do it.
We're doing it. Let's go, gang.
Oh yeah. Hi guys, I'm Naomi. You know me as Lablast Cosplay on TikTok. My pronouns are she, her, they, them. Over to you, Jen.
Perfect, thank you. So yes, thank you both for joining. It has been a little while, but yeah, we're back. So good to be back. Alright, so as always, my name is Jen. I'm the founder of Cosplay Tea Time, as well as today's host. I go by she, her pronouns. You can find me as Jen.Cosplays45 on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And today I brought back Nora Valkyrie, Volume 7, because I love her so much. I missed her. I had a bunch of TikTok audios I needed to do, so yeah, it was much needed. So, and she was the first cosplay that I sewed together and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get more into that because today we're doing, we're just gonna skip right into the questions and all that. So most of our folks who know we do icebreakers. Not this time. We're being different today. Ooh, so yes, so we're doing Cosplay Start Stories Part 2. So we did one in the past. We had some folks join, answer some of the questions and all that. So I figured, why not have a second part so I knew folks can join. Maybe there's some updates and all that. So you're joining us today. So yeah, like I said before, welcome everyone to the 7th season of Cosplay Tea Time. Today we will be doing a part 2 of Cosplay Start Stories where guest and tea sippers get to share how they got started into cosplay. I thought it would be another opportunity for new and different cosplayers to share their tips and tricks, and maybe any previous tea sippers to share new information they have learned since the previous recording. As the saying goes, we all start somewhere, so let's start talking about cosplay. So we're going to start with our first question, which is, when did you start cosplaying?
So, believe it or not, getting into this old lady's little past. I say old lady to make fun of myself. It's okay, kids. It's okay. I love it. But back on topic. The first time I ever cosplayed was back in 2017, but I didn't consider myself a cosplayer until my birthday of 2018, which is actually pretty cool because I get to celebrate 2 things on one day. Yay! But I remember starting out cosplay and I was like, okay, I feel like the big dogs. I feel pretty cool. And then my cosplay journey just elevated from the time that I started cosmetology school till the time that I graduated, not just once, but now officially this year, twice. Because even though I'm licensed in my first state of licensure where I got my first certificate. I passed cosmetology school round 1. I got the opportunity to go to a second round of cosmetology school for a little bit more hours, because the hours per state in our country, they're different per state. So I had a little more hours, but I learned so many more cool things than the state that I came from. So I was like, yay, I'm so excited to get this second license if they'll let me. But I just felt from the time that I started cosmetology school round 1 till my graduation on cosmetology school round 2, I felt over those years my cosplay journey just elevate a little bit more. And I remember knowing what I wanted to do with, cosmetology and cosplay together, but I knew I couldn't do anything until I was licensed, in the after cosmetology school round 1. So once I got that license, I just took off like a rocket. I just went for it, and here I am.
You are. What growth?
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. I started cosplaying in 2017, but I really started getting into it around 2018, 2019, when my hero was really kicking off right before everything shut down. And now I haven't really been doing much, considering the fact that it's been getting too expensive, plus I haven't had much time. Jen?
Yeah, cosplay takes your time and money away, but feels good doing it too. So funny, Belly. You keep saying you're a little old grandma. And I came on here on the call with like my cardigan, like it's cold in the basement already.
Honestly, Jen, it was so cute. It was so cute. I wouldn't have cared to see you any other way. Cosplayer looking like a grandma. You killed it. I absolutely loved it, and it was adorable. But
thank you. That's so sweet. Oh gosh. So going back to the question, I feel like I joined the cosplay community a bit later in good old year 2020, right before everything shut down, but it gave me a chance to perfect my craft, do some TikTok audios, get to know the TikTok community, or I guess the cosplay community online through TikTok. Hashtag not sponsored. Should have said that earlier. Not sponsored. But but yes, so I joined all that in 2020, so almost 6 years in the spring, so crazy to think that this thing is 5 years old. And I was thinking about that earlier today, and as I thought about it, I reached down for something and like my knees cracked and stuff, and I'm like, okay, body, I'm not that old yet, so it's amazing how the time flies. Yeah.
I just realized it too. That's why I like popped open like.
I know. It's crazy.
6-foot vertical leap.
I know. It is. Anyway, so that was the first question. Let's move on to the next, which was, who was your first cosplay?
Oh yeah, definitely Ruby Rose. So as a teenager, I was like almost exactly like her. Just I did not look like her until I put the cosplay on. But believe it or not, Ruby Rose was actually the only cosplay I had, like the only character I had to cosplay for the first few years, because at the time, I was like below the age of 18. I did not have access to any payment app, any bank account, nothing like that. So really, I was getting creative with the many versions that I could design and make with the character, which was actually really cool, because early on I got to learn skill building first. I got to prep my knowledge and my noggin with all the things that I could do later, and it actually helped elevate my skills as a cosplayer and a cosmetologist, because believe it or not, cosplay, it has a lot of skills built involved that is very helpful in the world of today. There's acting helps with communication, hair, what products to use on what type of hair, like this, that, with wigs, different types of fibers that wigs are made of, and how many attachments, what the construction of a wig, and how you can reconstruct it and rebuild it. And, it's all this cool stuff. And with Ruby Rose, she was actually a slow start to it all. And then I remember, like, after I didn't cosplay for a while, and I brought in new cosplays, I was like, hell yeah! But Ruby Rose from Ruby, spelled R-W-B-Y, she was my first cosplay. And I really loved cosplaying her because I would get in the cosplay and I would be as energetic as her. I would even sound like her, like I still do now, I think.
A little bit.
You guys tell me. There's a sample. There's the sample. And, I would just be super energetic and stuff. So it's actually really fun to look back on my old cosplay days and see, like, how I was and just see how I evolved. And I guess that's why I'm, like, so proud to know that my first cosplay was who it was.
Well, my first cosplay was actually Shota Aizawa from My Hero Academia. I still even have a wig hang up right here. Jen?
So it was actually, my first cosplay was Nora Valkyrie, the Volume 4 outfit, so when they're in Mistral, I believe. So it was that. I just found an old jacket, cut off the sleeves, sewed on the pink, popped the collar, and all that stuff. White shirt, pink skirt, and all that. So this one was the first one that I actually sewed, and I actually had help from my mom, like sewing on pieces, designing the pieces. We took a heart-shaped cookie cutter to make like the heart designs and everything, which I feel like is fitting for Nora. She's very sweet and likes sweets, so that worked out well. You gotta get a bit creative sometimes, so. But yeah, Bella, to add on to what you were saying about like looking back at old photos, it kind of feels nostalgic in a way, but it's like, at first, for me at least, it's kind of like cringe. It's like, ooh, like I look like that? Like, oh gosh, that looks terrible. And then, as you see like the progression and the growth and everything, it's like, oh wow, like we're really starting to like stand out and look more, so.
Yeah, and can I add something else too, Jen?
Yeah,
something that I like to add too is like there's nothing wrong with feeling like you're cringing at like when you're cosplaying like for the first time, that like it's totally valid, like, but the time, like, it's always proud to know, like, that was the start of your journey on learning everything. And understanding that, like, it gives you something to be proud of. Like, I'm definitely proud of it. Like from like the times when I go, oh, I'm like, actually, heck yeah, I love that girl started that back then, and now she's still rolling it, and she's still ready to go, and she's still running. She's still gonna run until she doesn't run anymore, which would be an unfortunate day.
So, but yeah,
I don't want to stop.
You don't want to stop anytime soon. So it does seem like cosplay is starting to get a bit more popular, a bit more accepted by others. So it's not just this little
bit
niche.
more expensive.
Yeah, more expensive too. So, but that's why thrifting's involved. Buying things secondhand. So, some commissions, sometimes those can get pricey too. I think it depends on who you're cosplaying as and stuff. So if you're doing like armor and everything, that's definitely going to be more pricey than like maybe a simple dress or something. So good to have a budget. Stick with it.
Yeah, as a commissionist, myself, I get, whenever I see the amount like that someone's ordering from me and I see how much it is, I'm like, are they sure? Are they sure? And I can't discount, but like, are they sure? Even if it's just product and I'm just doing like product and shipping, because I put a discount off my labor charge, I go, this is kind of a lot for them. Are they sure? And I'm always, are you sure? What your budget is? I don't know what your financials are, and I'd like to respect.
I'm sure they'd reach out, or have a payment plan. I've never done that before. Like pay a little bit here and then pay more. So
yeah, sometimes commission is they will let you pay in full, and sometimes I'll let you pay like in parts. But it's different for everybody depending on their policies, though. It's a little something for.
Yeah, talk it out. So Sounds good. Let's see. Want to get into the next question, which is who or what inspired you to cosplay?
So there's this cosplayer. She originally went by Lambinik and Manglu cosplayer. Lambinik and Manglu cosplays. Now she's just Manglu cosplays. But when I saw her Ruby Rose season 4 cosplay, I was like, oh my gosh, I've never, like, that was the first time I've ever encountered cosplay. I was just in class and I was on my computer just kind of scrolling around looking for reference pictures to draw because I really like to draw. I really like to do art. I still really like to do it, which is why I have it as a excuse me, as a service. If you guys don't want like cosplayer hair and all that stuff, I do art. So, but I was like, just kind of like drawing my Ruby stuff, like heavily into Ruby at the time, like nothing else. And I was just like scrolling through all the Ruby Rose like pictures online, like in the Google Images, and then I see a couple cosplay ones. I'm like, that's interesting. I don't know what that is. And then I saw Manglu's old Volume 4 Ruby Rose cosplay. I'm like, wait a second. Does this mean like I can actually like do this? And I just started like researching it a little bit. It took me like a week to research it. And then finally like I ordered not just like Ruby Rose, but I ordered like all these other cosplays. And my dad's like, honey, no. Honey, no.
Honey, yes. No.
But I got to keep one, and that was Ruby Rose. And then she was just like a cosplay that I'd held on to for years now. I actually a year or two ago, I actually just replaced the Ruby season 1, and I have yet to have season 2, 4, and 7. But I'd love to have them. I'm just looking around because right now in 2025, in my opinion, in my research, it's really hard to find them. And there are certain things on my skill level this year that I cannot make that I may be able to make, in the next upcoming years. But I don't really let lack of skill stop me from cosplaying a character. Because, what if buying the costume is the start of figuring out how to build it later? That way, when that cosplay is like done, you can like make a new one instead of just having to like buy one because you've already like figured it out. So, there's no shame in buying cosplays, and there's no shame in making cosplays. There's no shame if you feel like you're bad, because guess what? It's just skill building, and if you practice skills, again, skill building. Like, just, trust yourself. Just stick with it. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like trying to learn math.
Cosplay to math. I don't know about that one, but
a little bit of math and the measurement side, but
okay, fair.
Yeah. Like, don't please. Don't please.
I'm sorry, what was the question again? Bella's rambling kind of made me zone out.
It's
happen, like
it's okay, it's the first episode. Let's see, question was, who or what inspired you to cosplay?
Oh, there's this girl on TikTok. Her name's Aaron with a Y, not Aaron, _not Aaron. She does this Black Lagoon cosplay of Revy. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to get into that. I want to dress up as my favorite characters. But yeah, she's actually the one who inspired me because I saw her skits. I thought they were funny, and I thought it was like very true to the character because she actually was in full character cosplay too. Back to you, Jen.
Okay. Let me see. I don't really have a name of a person that inspired me to cosplay. I know for years I was on Pinterest, and I would see like those like boards or even just like random cosplayers and stuff of like different outfits, like different looks and stuff. I was like, oh, I want to do that, but I didn't have time, I didn't have money. So really it wasn't until like I started interacting with the cosplay community that like most of the friends, people I still talk to, people I still don't talk to, have inspired me. You guys have inspired me in Cosplay Tea Time to be better, work better, try to work hard. So I can't really point it down to one person. It's just, I don't know.
Jen, we're touched.
Oh no, don't do that. Oh no.
I promise, no real tears.
Mm-hmm. The tears. The Emmys are tonight, so.
I still feel touched.
Still feel touched. Aw. Yeah.
Or me cry.
That's all I have. Oh.
Years of happiness. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. I'll say the Emmys are tonight, so save the tears for later on. But let me see. Up next we have you been to conventions, or are there conventions you want to go to? So it's kind of a two-parter question, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like thinking for a second because I got like asked out to a couple of conventions after I went to my summer house. Like I arrived there and then like a day later I got the notifications that these cons wanted me out. So as a cosmetologist, the state where I'm licensed in, we don't need licensure to teach, which I think is like weird. But yeah, I've gone to a community college before, and I've actually crash courses on cosmetology and cosplay together in order to help the art department. They had an art club. I presented in the art club, but I presented to the art club every single Wednesday, or like once every other Wednesday, to prepare them for going to a con, building their cosplays and everything, and also just while I was presenting, letting them have their time to build their cosplays as they watched me presenting, which I did mention to them that they could do. It was only fair because like it's cosplay related and everything, and after I was sent a question and they want to know how to do something, like I would have taught them, or I would have helped them, or like put in the research. So I actually taught almost the full crash course to a cosplay. And then after, I guess someone heard from someone else that had connections within like some sort of con. I can't remember which cons that it was that reached out to me. It was like a few of them. But they were all cons happening during the summer. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to. So, but it made me proud to know, like, hey, like, I can do this. And I really got the idea to maybe one day guesting to those cons and doing that. So if you guys see me doing it, like doing that in your state, it's me. Because I'm talking about it on Cosplay Tea Time.
Hey, you got confetti.
Hey.
Oh, what the heck? What are you doing, Bella?
I'm telling you, this is some sort of technological advancement.
Are you
which
on a
is
phone?
Like, heck yeah. It's on my new phone. Like, hey.
Yeah, I think the phone does that, because I was in a recording once with someone and they were using their phone and stuff. What if you do a heart? Do a heart. See what happens. Do like
which one? Like the hand, the full hand, or like
the full hand? Yeah. See what happens. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, they were doing that. I remember that now.
Oh,
I like the
guys.
confetti.
Okay, whoa, phone, whoa. You made me go that way. I had no control.
Alrighty.
But back to it. I realized what I want to do, so I'm really interested on getting out to every single convention that are in like safe areas, like safe zones, safe areas, like low crime, just so that way, one, I can be safe, and two, I can also connect people who want to start cosplaying and don't know what to do, because on streams I've taught different tips and tricks and everything, not just around cosplay but self-defense too. that way, you know, people feel better and more encouraged about, you know, doing what they want to do and doing what they need to do in this world. So, yeah, like it's a fun thing. But, you know, I'm most definitely for years, I have wanted to go out to Wasabi Con, which is in Jacksonville, Florida somewhere. And, you know, I might even want to go to, like, Doki Dokion up in Michigan. Like, I want to go everywhere. I want to be everywhere. Let me go everywhere.
Aw.
Please. I know
Doki
it's
Doki is actually close to me.
Is it?
Yeah,
Feel
like one
good.
day away.
Road trip.
Naomi, let's kick it!
I would go, but I can't drive.
Oh.
Girl, I can't drive either. I gotta rely on Fred sometimes. I'm like, Fred, please. Like, just get the car.
One day we're gonna do the cosplay tea time road trip someday. So we got Anime Expo. I think we talked about that at the Anime Expo. It's like we're just gonna get everybody.
We gotta keep talking about it though, because like we're dreaming and we want this to be real. Like imagine a whole bus of cosplay tea time people, right? And we roll up, we just pull up to this con. We walk, we're like, how y'all doing? And then next thing you know, we're doing panel after panel after panel. One of them's like a game panel. The other one's like a welcome to cosplay tea time panel. The other one, we don't know what's going on. We're chasing spring. Like
we don't know what's going on panel. Yay! Come see us.
The chasing spring while he's in the Springtrap cosplay panel.
Yes.
Cosplay tea time means demon interviews.
We could do it.
Okay, we're getting off.
I know we were way off track.
Yes.
So you're back on.
Yes.
Let's see. So Bella, you finished convention?
Oh yeah, fine. I'm just like, I had my time.
Okay, sounds good. Naomi, have you been to conventions, or are there conventions you want to go to?
Actually, there was a convention I wanted to go to up in Columbus, but they have gotten into some trouble recently, so I'm rethinking about going there because of what happened in their Raleigh location.
Okay.
Back to you, Jen. I'll explain it later.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it off camera. So let's see. So have I been to conventions? Yes, I counted it up beforehand. I've been to 11 conventions so far. Most of them are repeats, such as like Four State Comic Con, both Hagerstown and Harrisburg, Annapolis Comic Con, and then recently this year I went to Hershey Park Comic Con. So those are all on my YouTube channel. It's cute, Bella. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it's adorable.
Yeah, self-love, little potion.
Self-love.
I just found it on the floor. I'm like, what is this? Oh.
Yeah. But I will say the next convention... Oh, you're fine. The next convention is Stellar Con. I think it's going to be in Catonsville, Maryland. It's like literally right around the corner from me. But I'm excited for that one because I got the VIP package. So I'm going to get lots of cool gadgets. I get the lounge. I get to go in an hour early. And I'm hoping to see my friends there. The ones from Hagerstown say they go to this convention. I'm really hoping to see them in November. So hopefully you guys are watching. That'd be fun.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. You sporty gal. You are sporty.
I know.
Oh, she's so sporty.
Yeah. So
give her a sports car.
No,
Drive up.
I drive a sports mode car, actually. That's funny.
It's fine. I can clip it.
Oh, that's cute.
I can clip it.
You're so excited you lost a bow. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Great.
Let's
Keep laughing.
see. I know. Alright, so up next, we have what would be something you would tell your younger cosplay self to remember?
I feel like there's something that I should sort of tell her.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like I don't need to tell her anything. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying that because of just like how it was versus how it is now. For my younger self, like, you know, whenever you're a teenager, you do grow up and you do like feel the things that you feel just because you're growing up and you're experiencing from, you know, you're in this transition for some time from being a kid to becoming an adult. And also understanding that, you know, psychology is like a really in-depth thing. Just a little like something for you guys who feel like are struggling. But you know, something that I would probably tell her is that like, you know, do it at the pace that you do. Make sure that you slow down. And just like, just know you're building and you're growing yourself, and this is probably something to tell you that you don't want to grow up and be somebody who you're not really supposed to. Fall with the wrong thing that you don't want to get involved with. Whether it's a career that's not going to make you happy, or a career that's not going to benefit you, or even, you know, a life where it's gonna give heartbreak to a lot of people who do care about you. And it turns out I don't really need to tell her that, but you know, if she's time traveling, guess what? She now knows.
She knows now.
Knows. Time travel. That could be a book. I just made that up. That's a thing. Woohoo. But you know, like things are gonna be hard, but you just have to understand that problem solving is a really good thing, because you get to think about it, you get to look into it, you get to expand on your knowledge about like the situation, and you know, you don't really know everything at, you know, first sight, first glance. You got to learn about it. And sometimes people who aren't going to experience it or don't experience it, they just prepare themselves, and you know, they learn about it, whether it's through like online articles or through professionals, by just asking them advice about like everything. Like, you know, learning is the key to life. Like, just keep doing it. You know, if you do it in a negative way, I swan to Jean.
Oh, swan to Jean. So Naomi, your turn. Something you would tell your younger cosplay self to remember.
Don't forget the essentials like wig glue, bobby pins, some extra cushions for your feet if you're wearing heels, because you will get blisters. And also keep spare makeup wipes and hand sanitizer. Basically the essentials. Back to you, Jen.
We just make our younger selves these like big kits with all the essential stuff, teleport back to them and be like, here, thank me later. Come back to the
oh my gosh, I'm from the future. Here you go. Goodbye.
What do I do with this stuff?
Read an echo.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so let's see, something I would tell my younger self. Just remember to take breaks. You know, if you don't feel like cosplaying, you know, because, you know, I'll have like a cosplay written down. I'll be like, okay, I have to get it done this day because there's a lot of stuff going on in the week and the month. So if I don't get it done this day, it's gonna get pushed back. So I would cosplay and everything, and then I look at pictures and videos like, oh my gosh, I look so tired. I look like I don't want to be doing this and all this stuff. So just like being kind to yourself and just like taking a rest break, taking a break, because that in turn is gonna recharge you. And then once you get into the cosplay, then you're gonna feel good and powerful, strong, and beautiful and everything. Yeah. So take the breaks. Kind to yourself.
Yeah, it's not very responsible to stay up all those nights and like try and create these cosplays. I mean, I get that you're excited. Yeah. And I get that you have a deadline. Yeah, but okay, hon. Maybe to the younger ones, maybe don't pick a cosplay that's gonna like take a super long time and you're gonna have to stay up all night. Like, okay, you can pick a cosplay that takes a long time, but don't Don't be irresponsible, lose your sleep, and do that.
Yeah, that's a no.
Mm-hmm.
Little sleep maybe, but like no, not the whole 12 hours.
No. Gotta break it up. Break it up.
That does not feel good. Take it from me. I was up for a straight month doing my Jinx cosplay. That was not good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's good to have like a journal, just like real quick, just have a journal, break down all the pieces. You're gonna buy it, make it, and then plan out how long it might take and stuff. And then kind of
research.
And research, yes, lots of research. Goodness. But yeah, let me see. Up next we have, what is something you hope to learn about with cosplaying? Like, what are you hoping to learn in the nearby future?
Something that I think that I now need to learn is a little bit more of how to do acting in certain situations that involve acting. I remember this year after SwampCon 2025 was done, I just met this amazing cosplayer. Her name's Snella Cosplay. She and we got together. She drove from where she was all the way to me, which was so sweet that she would do that. I really appreciate that, and I'm like, girl, I feel so bad. I didn't make you do that. And I know you could have said no, but when she came, I had never been like in a situation before where like it was like acting like two people in love acting. Because there are characters that are couples in a lot of media, anime, manga, books, all that stuff. And as someone who like is not really like in a relationship at all, like my brain somehow is like not interested in it. I don't know why. For the first time, I was learning trying to maneuver all of these new social cues, like with her, like in the moment. It's different when you talk about it and you consent about it, but whenever actually like in the moment, it's a lot harder. Like, all right, here we go. It's like that here we go moment. But she helped me like do like the acting and all that stuff and figure it out. And it was something I'm like, maybe I should expand on like doing this, like just all that acting stuff. So that's something that I'm very excited to do, like for cosplay, is more acting and stuff, because already I'm really good at presentation. I'm really good at, building behind the scenes, all that stuff. It's just the acting where, I don't really do a whole, I'm not really, an actor or like an actress in my day-to-day life. I do it in cosplay. But when it comes down to like, doing something as a team effort, learning how to maneuver it together, it's actually really interesting and it's really cool. Whenever you're just like, all right, we gotta do this. All right, I don't know how to do this. I'll teach you how. Like, I'll help you feel better about it. That was the whole like behind the scenes situation when I was with Nilla Cosplays and we were doing our Vi and Caitlin pictures and stuff, and we were just having fun. It was just so fun. But I would like to expand on like all the acting stuff, and I think it's like really cool.
Yeah, maybe that might be like a future podcast episode. If once you learn more, research more, just let me know whenever you want to do like a podcast on acting and cosplay, at least for cosplay. But
cosplay already being planned. It's already being planned. I don't know.
There you go. Writing it down as we speak. Add it to the Google Doc later. Okay. Alright, let's see. Naomi.
What I want to learn this year for cosplaying is like how to style a wig without it like getting in my face, because I have a very tiny head, as you can tell, Bella. Yeah, Bella.
I feel the excitement through the screen.
Yeah, Bella.
Oh, God.
I saw you had your hand up, Bella.
Okay.
You wanted to add something? I saw you had your hand up.
Yeah.
Naomi,
Uh-huh.
let me help you.
Okay, we can talk after the call, Bella,
There you
because I have a short head, long wigs, and it's like,
all over the place. Oh no.
Yay! I'm so happy today.
but yes, I want to learn how to style a wig so it conforms to my head, and I don't have to keep pushing the bangs out of my face.
Yeah.
Over to you, Jen.
Okay. Let's see. So, something to learn about with cosplaying in the future. I want to learn how to sew like clothes, especially dresses. So, because my hope is next year to enter my first craftsmanship contest. This is why I had to talk to Mars the other day. Dear Mars in the Discord community, just I think she loves it when I come to her with questions in her DMs and stuff about cosplay, especially cosplay competitions because she's judged a few. Anyway, all that aside to say, I do want to learn how to sew clothes, especially like dresses, just simple dresses, nothing like no ball gowns or anything like that, but just like a simple dress and then like sew on the accessories. I feel like the accessories part I have down, but most of the time I just like buy like the clothing items and then just like boop 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 on that. So I want to learn how to do like just a very simple basic dress. So I'll explain why here in a minute because our last question that I have on our list is what are some of your future cos plans? Oh, can't reveal. $5 charge. Here you go.
I actually, as a cosplayer, I not only like build, but I also do upcycle a lot. That's the term that Jen was talking about, if you're wondering about that. When it comes down to future cosplays, I actually just started a couple cosplays at the same time, and they are the same character. A little hint. You guys may see that sometime later on Cosplay Tea Time. I don't know when. But, you know, I actually am doing a challenge where I am trying to build a cosplay with things that I have. And on top of, like, doing, like, and using things that I can upcycle into the cosplay as well. I just purchased something and it's gonna be like here's some time, I don't know when, but like I started it literally 2 days ago. I've been crocheting like crazy because I am obsessed with yarn. Like I'm like a little cat. Give me a hook and a yarn and I'm not gonna go at it. I'm gonna like sit and play with it. But I actually am really excited. And what I do is, if you guys want to see what I'm working on, or if you want to see like what's going on in my little world, crafting wise, like being cosplays or just doing stuff in general, building commissions. I actually post progress pictures on my Instagram, on the Instagram stories, and then I will put them in little highlights folders, whether it's a character or if it's just random projects. And so I have one for like different characters, cosplay, commissions, and even a little bit of like some cosmetology adventures too. So keep your brain in that game. Yeah, something I am doing though, I am remodeling. I like that.
Let's see, who do I have planned? I'm planning to do Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. And speaking of which, my friend actually does Pomni at in the Amazing Digital Circus, and she got featured to be a featured creator at one of the cons that she goes to.
That's awesome! Congrats to her.
But yeah, I'm going to be doing Pomni's hopefully sometime in the future, and also I want to cosplay a gender bent General Ironwood and Baggy from Hazbin Hotel.
Pretty good list from what we heard or what we shared a little bit. So got some hints from Bella. So exciting. Yeah. So let me see. So my future cos plans, I just have two at the moment, which the one that I was talking about, the one that I want to sew the dress for, is My Melody from Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I am obsessed with this game. Trying to get all the villagers right now. But yeah, I want to do like her little island looks. That's why I want to make the dress and the bow. I gotta figure out the ears and stuff. So I'm very excited for how that's gonna turn out. So just gotta figure out underclothes if I'm gonna just wear like a long white sleeve and like leggings underneath. I don't think that'll count towards it, or if I'm just gonna be cold and carry a space heater. Because it'll be end of April in the Northeast. So weather depending. So, and then the second one, what do I have? No, I'm gonna be showcasing her soon. I'll say Rosie from Hasbin Hotel. At some point, I'm gonna be starting my girl. She's not represented enough. The last couple conventions I've been to, she is like not represented. And I keep asking people when I see Alistair or I see Nifty, I'm like, where's Rosie? Rosie. She my girl. I love her.
Yeah, really good person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, Jen, I have to tell you. Speaking of her, I have to tell you. I recently saw, I think a month or two ago, on social media, Bucket Brown. She did an amazing Rosie, and I think she spilled some secrets to how she did her Rosie on her Instagram, social media.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
I love her too. I love a little therapist moment.
Jen, I think Rosie's going to be a prominent role in season 2 because we're getting Alistair's backstory.
Are we? Content.
A smidge. We're getting a smidge of backstory, hopefully.
Hope so. Yes, I need more of them. I need more of her. I need to start this cosplay, but inspiration hasn't hit yet.
Excited.
What's up?
From the leaks of season 2 that popped up online, we're supposed to be getting an Alistair and Rosie song, potentially.
Potentially. I like the sound of this. I'll figure it out. I'll find inspiration. But yeah, thank you both for that. So, and appreciating Rosie as much as I appreciate her because I love her so much. I think she'd be fun to cosplay. So, alrighty. So with that was all of my questions for the list. But as always, I like to turn it over to guest and tea sippers, see if they have any questions for folks in the chat or folks in the tea room, as we call it here. So, Bella, any questions, thoughts?
Thinking my brain. No, just that I love you guys. I love you too. One day Jerry will make his way into this podcast. So
we need Jerry.
Meet Jerry.
Jerry.
I adopted him at SwampCon back in 2018, 19? No, 2019. Yeah. A lady was just giving her inventory away for free at the end of like the thing because she didn't want to deal with having like extra stuff in her inventory. And that's when I met Jerry.
Jerry. We will meet Jerry soon.
Yep. Jerry.
Alright, let's see. So Naomi, any questions or thoughts?
Well, I forgot to mention this in the last question, but I'm also working on somebody from Date Everything, Penelope from Date Everything, the office supplies.
Office supplies? Okay. Yeah, I've seen that game here and there, so...
It's so good!
I like that, so... Sounds like an exciting cosplay.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Okay.
Never.
We'll tell you later.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, we'll have some girl time and
I know.
we'll chat and we'll talk about games, cosplays, and just for the joke.
Gotta join the server, y'all.
Other things.
All the good stuff. Alrighty. Well, I just want to say... Well, you're good. I just want to say thank you both so much for joining. Thanks for joining the first episode of Cosplay Tea Time Season 7. So it's going to be an exciting season. If you haven't already, for folks out there watching, checked out our video. We have all the themes and all that good stuff. So if you're a cosplayer out there and you want to join Cosplay Tea Time, more than welcome to. Have to be 18 years or older to join. just for safety reasons. But you just message us on our Instagram, cosplay tea, cosplay_tea_time. Just follow us there, send us a message. We'll get you squared away into our Discord server where you can chat, hang out, join awesome podcast recordings, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow and support our other socials. We'd greatly appreciate it. Make sure you support Guest and Tea Sippers. Watch a video here or two. So we're getting started slowly but surely. We all start somewhere, and we're starting with this awesome podcast recording. So thank you all so much for watching and joining and all that good stuff. So, and with that, we're going to take off into our little corners of the world. But we hope everyone's taking care, staying safe, and we'll see you next time. And as always, keep sipping away. Bye, everyone.